Sometimes.
Well, if I do play the cards.
Times.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me turn off the music so we don't get a copyright strike. All right, hold on. Turn off the music. Don't. And then you start singing. You gonna pay for that?
Is he recording?
Yes.
But it's so many seconds though before you can get a
Child,
copyright
why would we
strike.
live on the edge like that? Do you have the money? I'm just saying. You guys, welcome back to part 2 of our end of year roundup. The last episode. Whoop, whoop. It's so good to see you guys. You guys look very festive. I am excited because this is airing Christmas week. Actually, I think it might be airing on Christmas Day. What day is Christmas? Somebody pull out their phone. So yeah,
So ours come out Tuesdays though.
It usually comes out Tuesday, but a part of me,
Kwanzaa, first day of Kwanzaa.
You know what? You're so black. I'm considering putting this out on Christmas because what y'all gonna do?
Go see The Color Purple. Right. I am so excited about.
I've already seen it. So good.
They were just on The View. I've been watching all of their interviews. I am so excited.
Well, I have a praise report about that. Shout out to my friend Dex. Actually, I'm going to his birthday party after this, and Dex invited me to a dancers screening of The Color Purple because he's a dancer.
Awesome.
And so I saw it with Debbie Allen, Fatima Robinson, the legendary Fatima Robinson. We didn't know Debbie Allen was legendary. Fatima Robinson, for those of you who were 12, is the one who is behind all the iconic dances of Aaliyah. She's the one who choreographed The Color Purple. She was there, and all the dancers in the movie were there.
That's so cool.
So watching the movie with Debbie Allen, Fatima Robinson, and the dancers, and the movie's like 60% dance, yo, it's forever. Like, I was so proud of all of them. I'm like, I don't even know you people. I'm so proud of you. Yeah. And then they were like, you could literally see them doing the dances while they were in the audience and stuff. It was just, I almost started crying because being around that many people watching their dream come true in real time.
Yeah.
And I will say this, shout out to Dustin. Guys know Dustin. He's a very popular black podcaster. He's also very handsome.
Yeah.
Everybody look at Dustin. Dustin had posted on Twitter, Fantasia's going to get an Oscar. Like, she needs an Oscar nod. When he said that, I was like, y'all just gassing it up. Like, we love Fantasia, but y'all gassing it up. So what I did is I watched the film with an open mind. And I was like, she's all right, and then halfway through the film, I was like, oh, he was right. And I was like, I'm gonna shut the hell up. He was right. So yeah, The Color Purple, I highly recommend it. I was gonna see it with Chich and Bridget for Christmas, but I've already seen it. I might see it again, depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna see it with your family, alone, with a date who's not a date, Jeffrey? How y'all gonna see it?
Well, Blue, usually you are my movie date, but
I
since
know.
you will be leaving town, I'm gonna actually probably do a double feature. I'm gonna go finally see Renaissance, and I'm gonna go see.
You haven't seen Renaissance yet?
That's a long day.
Did you make sure that there was available still?
By Christmas, I feel like everybody be seeing The Color Purple. So
No, but it's only playing on certain days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. As of right now, I heard it was only playing on the weekends.
Oh,
and Christmas
maybe I
is
want
Monday.
to see Renaissance.
No, Renaissance is the kind of film that you have to buy the tickets weeks in advance to make sure they're available. So if you want to see it for Christmas, you have to be looking for the tickets now.
Okay, well.
It's Beyonce, friend. You don't know how this works?
No. I'm not a beehive.
I'm not in the beehive either. I'm a beekeeper.
Oh, no, I like Beyonce, but I don't be like studying all that
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't do anything.
I didn't even know she dropped a perfume until I literally saw our friend Greg. He was holding on his story. I was like, she dropped the perfume?
Yeah, I wonder what it smells like.
I know, yeah.
Lulu, are you planning to see it with your family or, well, of course you're seeing it with your family, aren't you?
What, Beyonce?
No, The Color Purple.
No, it's because I think that because there's so many children involved and like the kids are not gonna.
They ain't gonna sit still.
Yeah.
Oh, when you said family, you meant the kids too? I don't include children when I say family. I'm so sorry.
There are actual children under the
wow.
age of 10.
Oh, when I see this with my family, I see it with my adult cousins. That's my family.
No. It's a whole movement. Like, it's a whole thing.
Oh, so you're going to wait till you're away from them to go see the film?
Yeah. Like, there's no way. I can't do it. We're completely involved. Like, it's done.
Lulu, now that I'm hearing about how family-oriented your life is, if you don't have children, I would completely understand that. Because you have experienced all the facets of, like, you're like an auntie on steroids.
It's alarming. And I think I was telling you and Jeff that I feel bad for my boyfriend who is relatively an introvert and he has to be dragged through
so many
these
family
things. And so it's unfortunate for him. Well, I don't know if it's unfortunate because I don't know if he dislikes it because he never says anything.
Have you asked?
I did.
What did he say?
He said it was fine, but like sometimes I feel like black men, they just be like, yeah, it's cool. Like, it's not detrimental to me.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say no. So I don't know if that's that. So I will say that he never complains. He has never not one time complained, but I know that he's an introvert and my family is like, it's so much stimulation.
fun.
Jeffrey, you're not an introvert. Of course you find it fun.
Hey, Sly. Hey,
Oh my God. We already know Jeffrey's for the streets. Of course, Jeffrey would love the chaos. Like, yeah, more.
Hey, Sheeta. I was like, the Lewis family was fun.
If it doesn't work out, well,
I
next
said
time,
that.
can you bring Jeffrey instead of Laurent so Laurent can stay home and rest?
Right. They would love Jeff.
You should be the surrogate boyfriend.
I'll show up.
Right.
That would be an interesting Hallmark film about the gay
Going
best
home.
friend who shows up as a surrogate boyfriend because the real boyfriend is tired, but then another queer in the small village town falls for him. But they're like, I can't have him, he's straight. And he's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, he comes to the queen. He's like, oh,
So
who
then I
you
got to
here
choose
for?
between Lou's family and his family.
Yeah.
We've had our tradition for years.
Yeah, I can just imagine. It's so funny that you mentioned how we love going to the movies together because this is how I know I love Jeffrey. I told you, I think I've written about this before. When I was 7 years old and they asked me in school for Valentine's Day, what is love? I said, love means always having somebody to go to the movies with.
That's cute.
I was 7. Look, I love you too, friend. And so it's like so funny because no matter what time of day it is, if it's a matinee and I feel like I want to see a movie and I want to see it with somebody I care about, I know I can hit up Jeffrey. And there are very few people I can do that with, right? I actually feel like dating is one of those things where it's spoken about as a sport online. We're talking about in the last episode about how dating is, that guy was scared to walk up to your friend at the bar because he's scared about all the stuff you see on the internet.
Right.
And I really do wish people understood that the internet is not real life when it comes to dating.
real.
The things that I'm seeing in real life do not mirror the clickbait that is being commodified on the internet. And it's so interesting because you see people on the internet that you have parasocial relationships with. For those who don't know, a parasocial relationship means you know me, I don't know you. So for 98% of the people watching this show, we're having a parasocial relationship with us. Even though you ask us very personal questions when you run into us in person, you don't technically know us. It's parasocial. And I think for me, the time I realized I didn't like it was at the Beyonce concert, funny enough, talking about Beyonce. I had left Boston, flew to Beyonce to see it with my friend Sarita. It was going to be a fun time in the middle of a really stressful month. My mother had just gotten diagnosed with kidney failure. I was like, I need something fun. We go to the concert. I'm having a great time. I forget all my cares. I go to the bathroom. I get recognized once or twice because of my voice. So now I'm recognizing I can't talk because I'm a podcaster and people recognize my voice. No biggie. Somebody pushes up against me and I say, excuse me. I don't know how much bass I had in my voice when I said, excuse me. This young lady's head flipped around. And I thought she was going to, I smiled thinking she was going to say, hey, aren't you Blue? And we were going to have a moment like the first two girls. Instead, she flipped around and said, Blue, how's your mom? She's still sick? No hello. No, nice to meet you. No, I appreciate your work. She went straight to the most personal thing that you could ask me as a complete fucking stranger. And I said, what's your name? And then she told me her name. I said, next time start with that. And I walked away. Because it felt so intrusive.
Really?
It felt really, because it was those people don't recognize when you're going through something that's that heavy. Even friends you guys wouldn't roll up in me like that. You guys would be like, hey, Blue, how are you? How's your mom doing? We know each other, right? There's something about having a complete stranger who has not even introduced themselves roll up to you at a festive occasion and demand to know what's happening to your mother in her most trying time fighting for her life. I was shocked by how invasive it felt. Yeah. It felt very invasive and very presumptuous. And I haven't talked about my mother and her illness since then because I was like, ooh, I'm having a parasocial relationship with the audience where I've warmed up to them every week. They hear me every week. I don't know who the fuck you are. We've never spoken. I've never heard your name or your voice. There's a certain comfort you have with me that I don't have with you yet because I haven't met you yet. And so, yeah, parasocial relationships are very, very funny. And my question to you guys, because it's one of the questions that we got in the Q&A, you like that segue, was how are Lulu and Jeffrey doing with being public figures? Because apparently in the previous episode, I mentioned once you do a pod, you're not a celebrity, but you're still a public figure. And that's still a thing, right? Have you guys thought about your relationship with being public figures, considering we're doing this thing of consistent output?
Yeah, I mean, well, people always ask me about food. That's probably the biggest thing I get people to come up and talk to me
What should
about.
I eat?
Food, like literally the macaroni and cheese always. But
Do they introduce themselves? Like, how do they act?
I mean, I know it's a parasocial relationship when it comes to me. Be like, oh, Jeffro 5. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, not the whole screen name.
I've gotten a lot of Jeffro 5. Like that's something that's always kind of happened. But for me, I don't mind it because I'm one of those people. I feel like if I put it out there, you, in a sense, have the right to ask me about it.
It's not the right, it's the how.
Yeah, now if they coming up
It's the
aggressive,
how.
like they like real aggressive or something like that, but like, hold on. I mean, I'll still answer your question, but slow down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't bother me. That
means nothing's happened yet to bother, because it doesn't bother you until something happens to bother you.
To bother me yet.
Because I've done Hollywood Unlocked where I've gotten death threats. So I've gotten death threats. I've gotten all types of nasty messages. that moment was the first time I was ever bothered. You know what I mean? So you never know when it's going to hit you like, oh, this is too familiar. I'm going to be curious to see how you think or how you feel the first time someone's too familiar.
Hopefully it won't happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. It's not a great feeling. How about you, Lulu? Yeah. Have you thought about how you're going to feel having people roll up on you like they know you? Ask about LeBron. How's LeBron?
No, how's Master Splinter?
What's Master Splinter?
Honestly, I hate to say this, and I hope I don't sound ridiculous.
Oh, here we go.
But like when I was playing sports, like at my HBCU, because like I was a volleyball player, like people used to feel like they knew me also. Like, and this is before. I'm Asian myself, but like this is really before like
the internet. How far are you aging?
No, it was before like internet. It was before social media. So like people were like making themselves very comfortable like with me and who I was because I was a public figure on campus,
right?
And like I felt like, I didn't realize like hindsight is 2020. I was like, because people used to always like say things because like the volleyball team was a really big thing on campus. But it's only because we had a spandex uniform. That's the only reason. That literally the only reason. Like that's the only reason why we.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Because a campus is a localized, controlled environment.
Sure.
How would you feel if you were out someplace where you would have no inclination, like you were in Europe, and somebody rolled up and there was nothing warning you that you would be known? How would you do you think you would feel in a situation where it's not localized?
I think that all of it is jarring, and that's what I was getting to.
Oh, you found it jarring on campus, even when it was controlled.
Yes.
Oh wow.
That was the point that I was trying to make, and so I was like, this is a very small scale, and I was just like, wow, like you feel very comfortable talking to me. And we have never spoken in anything like and it's just like, oh, Lusasha, the volleyball player, and da da da, blah, blah, blah. And this is again years ago, and where there's no social media, so that's the point I was trying to make. And so that's why I was like, oh, like because I didn't know like how Jeff was saying like, oh, I don't know how many people listen to this. I don't know how many people like go to our games and watch us and know who I am, like even just know who I am and like my number and like all that stuff. Like they know who we are, and so then that's a thing. And then you're being judged off of this. Again, this is years ago, and this is on a very small scale. And it's like you have like and my coach used to say it. She was like, you guys are all watched. Everyone's watching you. And that's why we ask you guys to do a certain thing, because people are watching. This is before social media.
But how do you think, but I'm trying to bring it to the present though. How do you think that you'll receive it now though in the present tense?
I think that my mother gave me some great advice because my mom's great. And when
she does give good advice. I'll give you that for her.
But she, like, one time this guy on the basketball team had said that we had sex and I was still a virgin, so I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
I've never been touched.
I can't believe that somebody was, because I'm so sheltered. I didn't know that people just be, like, niggas lie on their dick, like, a lot.
All the time. You guys hear that? Men lie on their penises all the time. Girls lie on their vaginas too.
Women lie on their vaginas, but like men lie on their dick.
You get fucked a lot, Jeffrey. Go ahead.
Wait, what?
You have a lot of sex. That's why you ain't gotta lie.
I ain't gotta lie.
Go ahead it.
But I say that to say, I remember I called my mom in shambles, and I was like, I can't believe this guy. My mom was like, girl, niggas gonna lie on you for the rest of your life.
Oh wow, I wasn't expecting that to be the heartwarming advice.
That is true.
It's true though.
It's true.
But she was like, you have to decide, like, you know, you can conduct yourself a certain way, and that doesn't even. And she was like, that should be a lesson to you. You cannot conduct yourself a certain way and expect a certain amount of like reverence or respect or anything, because one nigga can just walk in there like, I fucked her, complete lie. Total lies, and all the niggas are like, oh, she's a hoe now. Like, and that's literally what happened to me, because I was like, oh, I'm like,
they thought you were a hoe while you were a virgin.
Yes,
that is wild. Yeah,
like it's a. If
I'm gonna be called a hoe, I at least want to have the fun that comes with it.
Please,
like goddamn,
please, I beg of you to have the fun. And so, like, when I realized that, and my mom, When I say this, I was like, at the time, I was like, yo, she was like, because I was all crying, I was sad. She was like, yo, these niggas is niggering.
All right, we've reached our N-word quota for the YouTube.
Sorry. But no, like, she was saying, like, yo, basically, they will say what they want to say. And it's all about, like, how you receive it. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter what you do. And that's why this internet culture of you should do this and women should do this and men should do this, because people are going to say about you what they want to say. It doesn't matter if it's true or not.
So you don't think you're going to have any feelings?
About what?
Because the question was, how do you think you're going to feel about it?
Yeah, I'm not going to have any feelings.
So this is interesting for me. Because you were so young when you were taught not to care what people think because they're going to lie anyways, you were actually pre-prepared for the internet before it was a thing.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Big ups to Sly.
Big ups to Sly. Now I feel like I need to meet Sly because I need some of these gems. The next question is going to be, we're going to go through this quickly. Do you have any white friends? I don't know why we got asked this question.
I do, yes.
I too have white friends. How about you, Lou?
We all
Hey,
do.
Josh. Hey, Justin.
Wait, you only have 2 white friends? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. I have more than I can count. How about you, Lou?
I have tons of white friends. And I had a white friend who came to one of my birthday parties. She was like, you have more white friends than me? I was like, y'all are everywhere.
Yeah, you're the norm.
Norm.
Not in Jeffrey's world, because Jeffrey apparently only has
And that'd be
2.
the
No,
craziest
but
thing
Jeff
too about living
actively
here in
scoots 'em
LA.
out.
No, I don't. Living here in LA and people, as black people, when they move to LA, be like, oh, it's not black enough. It's not black. I'm like, all I know is black people. And I didn't seek out black people. It's
You're
just,
surrounded by black people.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I think we got that question because we're so proudly pro-black. So that's to tell you that, funny enough, Jeffrey's the most pro-black of the 3 of us. Who would have thunk it? Mr. No Subconscious has only 2 wives. That is wild to me. All right. Next question is, what is your biggest fear? And these are rapid fire, so hit it. Biggest fear.
Going to jail.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I'm sorry. Like, you telling me what to do, when I can eat, and what I can and can't. I don't like that.
We believe that.
What's your biggest fear, Blue?
Mediocrity.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can handle that before going to jail.
Oh, I think I do well in jail. Me and Lulu were talking about it. We think we do well in jail. I think we'd have lots of friends. We'd have our own little cliques. She'd be asserting her dominance on the smaller women.
I think mediocrity is for me too, because I think I would have expressed it differently than when you said it. You said it very simple, because I would have been like, I don't like being just regular than somebody else and
a basic bitch.
Yeah, so like mediocrity.
It's no luxury in prison. I can't do it.
For some people, there are.
Jeff would probably be one of those people.
Jeffrey, the irony of you saying, I think all 3 of us would do very well in prison.
I don't want to find out.
No, I understand, but I think all 3 of us have attributes that would help us do very well in prison.
No,
You'd be twisting everybody's hair, honey.
Right, listen.
You'd be in the commissary chefing up the food.
First of all,
You'd be a prison chef on YouTube and probably have 1 million followers.
No. No.
None of us want to go to jail.
Right now, my stomach is telling me what I can and cannot do. And I hate it here.
Yeah, Jeffrey's incorrigible. That's literally the word. You're incorrigible. Like, I don't want you there. You're like a bad little kid, but you're an adult. So we're 2 people who don't want to be mediocre. You just don't want to go to jail.
I don't want to go to prison for nothing.
That is
not even for overnight.
Jeff was like, I was born above board. So he was like, I'm not mediocre in any capacity.
She did her job. Make sure I've never been in jail.
Right.
I'm gonna do the rest.
I'm gonna get a rest.
As a black man in America, that's a big feat to have reached your big age and not, And by big age I mean over 18.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that big for black men. What is your biggest ick?
I don't want to go first.
Damn.
I was like, Jeff need to go first.
What's your biggest ick? Like, ew.
I don't like. I don't know. It came to mind because I just did it the other night. Vomit.
Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna pivot to. Thank you, Jeffrey. I don't need you to expound on that because I'm gonna throw up.
I don't like insecurity.
That is a very good one.
I don't like that, and I feel like the older I get, the more I recognize it, and the younger I was, I didn't realize, and I hate to say it again, I hope it don't sound ridiculous, but like a lot of times women who are vibrant and young, and it's different now, I feel like, with all the social media, because you get to share information. Mm-hmm. That's the reason why it's different, because you get to share information. And when you were younger, when you were 20, when you and I are 20, we're going through it independently.
By yourself.
And we're really just trying to figure it out right then, right now.
Watching the CW and no black people.
There's no black people in there. So it's just me and my mom. And my mom was giving me great advice, but I was just like, dang, like, the guys that I was dating, like, they were like things, and it was.
So I think you're saying projected insecurity. Because you're actually very kind when someone is insecure around you in a, hey, friend, I need some counsel. You're a Cancer. You're very loving.
Yes.
It's when people project it on you, I think, that you're triggered.
But I think that when it's men, the dynamic shifts.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
So like that's the thing that I'm speaking of, because I'm like, I didn't know for a long time in my adult life.
Wait, so are we saying like icks and like partners or something, or is just like
Yeah,
in
icks
general?
and partners.
Oh, well, stupidity. Sorry. I thought like that's what I was like vomit. I thought you were like what's
he said that I'm back.
Both could be valid. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't want your partners vomiting on you either.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
No,
That's not my kink.
So to synthesize this, Jeffrey does not like people who are stupid and throw
yeah,
up.
I don't like stupid. Yeah.
Jeffrey is mean to stupid people. We've actually confronted him about
It
this
is,
several
'cause
times.
it's
Yeah.
just-
You're so mean to the
You
dumb.
don't even have to be like the most intelligent, because I never am the most intelligent person in the room. But I mean,
He's like, I'm the cutest.
Right. He's like, I'm cute. No, you are mean to dumb people. If Jeffrey thinks you're dumb, you'll know very quickly because he'll laugh at you while you're there. He'll think you're too stupid to notice.
stupidity is that.
So yours is stupidity and throwing up. Yours is men who are insecure within the relationship, which again,
It's really people.
makes sense.
It's people, honestly.
all human beings.
Like if we're as we go into the new year, like I think that, and you would agree with that, Jeff, as well. When you have relationships with people and they have insecurities around specific things, because I think that that's another thing, because people have insecurities around very specific things
Very
sometimes,
specific.
especially if they're successful in one capacity, but they're insecure in another one, and you trigger that insecurity and you're like, bitch, you fucking slaying on this thing. And like, I can't believe that you're mad at me about this other specific thing. So
I love that you mentioned the specificity, because one of the biggest lies that's ever been told on a meme, because a lot of you think you're deep because you keep copying and pasting memes into your status updates. Like we don't all have the same algorithm and didn't see that 5 times already.
or like we don't know the real you.
Yeah, right. So like this thing of people copying and pasting the same memes over and over again trying to sound deep is really annoying. But one of the biggest lies I've ever seen as a meme was nobody doing better than you is hating on you. That's a fucking lie. Whoever wrote that stupid ass meme needs to move to Los Angeles or New York, because this town is full of rich, successful people with Emmys, Oscars, EGOTs who are haters because you still have a joy that they don't have access to.
yeah,
I hate the ones that be like, to be successful, move in silence, don't tell nobody, and stuff like that.
Real G's moving sounds like the G in lasagna.
Like all of that. I'm like, if you don't tell nobody, how's anybody gonna know what you're doing?
Well, I will
Your mouth,
say,
somebody can help you.
yeah, I will say, I think there's levels. I think that one
There's
is very new.
levels.
There's levels. I think
it's nuanced.
It's
Like,
very,
very
very
nuanced.
nuanced.
But I mean, in the sense of like, you just ain't saying nothing. Like, you're not telling anybody, hey, I want to be a chef.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I think that you should tell people when you are safe, because there's a way that you could tell somebody that will actually block a blessing. And I've learned that the hard way.
Well, maybe I'm lucky because I.
No, you're not lucky.
I
You're just picky.
Well, I always tell anybody I meet, I tell them what I'm doing, what I'm working on, what I want to do, and it comes back to me. It works out for me, you know.
I think that we're again
Jeff,
having a conscious subconscious, because there's some conversations.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Jeff.
this always goes to Jeff with his subconscious. there are
Well, I was
conversations.
gonna say about Jeff's subconscious. It's about Jeff that I feel like the thing about Jeff is super attractive, and Jeff is like a very like vibrant person as well. So that does not go unnoticed. So all the people, you can't operate the same way Jeff does, because
be the
he's
entertainment
talented, he's handsome, and like he could do all this other stuff. So it's like Jeff was like, well, it just worked out for me. And I was like, no, you have like all these other things. Like,
Yeah, you
that
you
could
tend
do.
to oversimplify how things happen for you.
Yeah, you oversimplify.
Yeah, you
Jeff,
oversimplify a lot.
and that's not true. It's literally not true.
We know you in real life. Talking about, I know you in real life. We know you in real life. You'd be the world's worst like guru, because you would make everything sound 10 times simpler than it is, and all your devotees would be like, it didn't work for me, friend. What kind of recipe is this? Yeah, no, you would suck as a guru.
Have I ever told you about how Jeff gave me this what's it called, shrimp and grits recipe?
Yeah, no, I'm not
That was
taking
very
recipe.
early on.
Jeffrey, I love that you oversimplify things, but I need you to know, if you were watching a reality show and you saw a reality show following you for a whole season, you'd probably be the person who'd be the most stunned by the finale. You probably show up with your hair blonde, having an identity crisis, like, I did not know that's how I was showing up in this world. Because you were like, la, 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 la. Meanwhile, all these things are happening. You know the analogy I think of? The baby crossing the highway? And everybody is freaking out, and the baby's like, la, la, la. The highway's easy to cross.
is absolutely
Meanwhile, the
Jeff.
cars are like swerving, and the helicopters are swerving. Yeah, no, friend, your version is always very lovely, and I would love to live in your mind for about 20 minutes.
Oh, it's a whole fairy tale up here.
The only time, the only time he's not simplified is when he hears somebody stupid. Suddenly he becomes very granular. So you're a dumbass on Tuesdays too? I'm like, wait a minute. All right, we're gonna pivot to. Oh, I didn't say my biggest ick. My biggest ick, honestly, is mean-spiritedness. I do not like. I'm blunt. I'm not mean. Mean is not about what you say or even how you say it. There's a spirit of meanness. There are people who can do the right thing all the time, and you could just tell they're a mean, stingy heifer, right? And there are folks who might trip over a word or say their incorrect thing or make a slightly inappropriate joke, but you know their heart. I cannot stand a mean-spirited person because that means you're not just miserable in a self-contained way. You're bleeding all over the place and making us all pay for it. I hate that. I hate that universally in all people. So yeah, if you're a mean bitch, probably stay away from me. And mean sometimes hides behind jokes. I can always tell who's a mean.
You can pick up on a mean spirit.
Oh, we have a friend who all the jokes are mean. I'm like, I'm not gonna laugh anymore because I know it's gonna be my turn when I leave the room. The next question that we had, you guys, these are all asked by you. So if there's a question that was missing, you didn't ask it. What's the biggest misconception of you?
I think that I'm maybe because I say, I live in a fairy tale, that I'm always happy. Like, that's one thing. People literally think it is 24/7.
Like Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls?
Yes.
How about you, Lulu? What's the biggest misconception about you?
I don't know. Dang.
Actually, y'all cleared up my biggest misconception. Blue cleared it up.
What was
when
it?
You read my cards and you found out I'm a big old softy inside because folks think that I'm not.
He's
Y'all
not
even
gonna let
thought
this
that I
go.
wasn't.
He's not gonna let
Until
this go. The damn
Blue
cards.
cleared it up herself.
The
Jeff.
cards cleared it up. I was a conduit.
Oh, honey.
Jeff, first of all, well, I don't know about Blue, but I knew you were a softie.
We all knew you were a softie, Jeff. That wasn't a miscommunication. We knew you were a softie.
But when I said it, y'all was like,
no,
you a fuck boy.
no, you could be a softie and a fuck boy. Why are you acting like they're mutually exclusive?
Y'all treated me like it was. I was like, no. I was like,
You are a jaded.
I'm just going through
softie.
my villain era right now.
Yeah, you're a jaded. You're a jaded like Care Bear. So you're almost like the Lulu with the kitten with the.
Jaded. I ain't giving nobody that much credit.
Oh, see. I mean,
Here we
I
go.
love how he always proves our point during his counter.
Literally.
We don't even have to respond. I'm not hurt. Fuck that nigga. Well, okay, you know what? Lulu, your biggest misconception, you don't know.
Well, I think that
That you used to be a hoe
That you
when
used
you
to
were a
be a hoe.
virgin.
That I used to be a
That's a pretty
hoe.
big one, friend.
I feel like that is
Once upon a time,
Not long ago, I was a hoe. Stop. No copyright. Okay. Thank you, Mariah.
No, but I really do think that the biggest misconception is that I was a hoe. Like, I feel like people they want to believe this about me so much. And when it happened to me when I was in college, my mom was like, girl, if you worry about what these people are saying about you, you will be a sad sis.
Is it weird that the word hoe has never hit for me as an insult? I'm like, okay. The word hoe has always been completely neutral for me. Like,
I embrace it.
huh? Well,
embrace it.
I wonder if it's because you're a guy. That
Probably,
probably makes more
Honestly,
sense.
yeah,
It hits
honestly.
different as a man.
Yeah, I honestly think that me being a woman and being apathetic to the word hoe probably is because I did have sex so late, and so I claimed it as a good thing. If I had went through what you went through, I think I might have been icked out, only because I one time was playing Truth or Dare with a group of friends, and they asked me a question about your hoest moment, and I shared my story. I've now been told to never share that story again.
Oh, you think I ain't gonna ask you?
I've shared that story like 5 times, and 3 of those people told me I am disturbed. And so I was like, I don't think the story was that bad. I think I even shared it with you, and for you, it was no big deal. I think I've shared it with you, actually.
It's never a big
So,
deal.
it was not a big deal. I didn't think it was a big deal. And I'm a Girl Scout, I think. And I shared the story, and I could literally feel everybody in the room judging me. If it was unsafe. That's the only time that being perceived as a hoe felt nasty. But it wasn't about the hoe. It was about you guys being mean-spirited and judgmental. So it's not even the word hoe. It's just the fact of...
Back to that mean spirit.
Yeah, y'all told me I was safe, and I fucking wasn't.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm safe if I'm not. Because now I'm shooting everybody. Because y'all lied to me. I'm like Cleo on the way out. Biggest misconception about me, that I'm a know-it-all. It's factually inaccurate. I'm constantly asking questions. I'm not a know-it-all. I'm an ask-it-all. But because I'm always asking questions and then coming back with the answers, people think I'm a know-it-all. Every video I do on things like, hey guys, I woke up with this question and I Googled it and I did some research. Like, I always start with questions. So you're not a hoe. You're not always happy. And I'm actually asking questions, not answering them. I feel like did we miss anything? Do we have any perceived misconceptions about each other?
I don't, because when I meet people, I at a space where I meet people, I accept you as you are. So
No, that you
however
think that
show
people
up-
might have about us.
Oh, that I think people have about y'all too?
Yeah. We can't have dead space on the podcast. It's audio.
I know. Yeah, right. No. That other people might have about y'all know.
I think we all pretty much come off pretty clearly if people are paying attention.
And that's a gag, paying attention.
That part.
Because I think that I think that people love to embrace negative qualities about you too. Like they want to see, like, if they see somebody who's vibrant and a lot of people like are drawn to them, they want to find something that like it's negative about them. Like, oh, I heard that. Oh, I heard.
Or they want to assume it comes from a place of negativity too. Yeah.
Yeah. And so like, that's the unfortunate part, which I think that what happened to me because I was like, it's before social media. So I was like, I'm not really a social media. But I remember that vividly because when I was like in college, people were like, oh, I thought you were a hoe. And I was like, wow.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is actually one of the questions. Scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you think you are?
I think I'm like at an 8, man.
To still be at an 8 past a certain age in this day and age is a big deal.
Yeah.
I would love to say I'm a 10, but I really be at like a 8. Some days a 7.5.
7.5, really?
Honestly, you know where I feel least confident, and it's crazy. When I'm cooking. I never.
Because you care.
Yeah, it's never until the guests eat and they're, oh my God, it's so good, or that's
care,
when it's like,
yeah.
but when I'm preparing it, even if I've tasted it myself and I'm like, I like it, serving it to somebody else.
It's so interesting to hear you say that, Jeff.
Oh my God.
Because we always say that, and you're like, oh, I'm so happy you say that, but I thought he was just saying that to be.
No, I could tell he meant it.
Even when I'm
nervous.
cooking for you, like y'all, not even like
Yeah.
people that paying clients to, I'm always very much like, oh God.
No, it's in his face. Like his eyes be like.
Yeah.
The first time you eat something with Jeff, if you take the first bite, if you pay attention, he's staring at you like a creep in the corner.
Not run.
Yeah.
I gonna start cleaning or something.
You start looking at people. So you're an 8. You're an 8. I actually think I'm an 8 as well. And it's so funny because I think 7 or 8 are probably the default answers, but I think we're all sincerely 8s. I don't think anybody's lying. I do think it's interesting though that a lot of people lie about how confident they are and make themselves feel better thinking that we're all lying. People like that make me nervous because it means you want us to bond over brokenness, and I don't think I'm broken enough for you, fam. I don't think I got it. My bad.
Trauma bonding.
Yeah, I don't think I'm broken enough for you. I'm sorry.
So I can't speak for everybody else, but the reason why I say an 8 is because I feel confident for the most part, and there are only specific people who can make me feel unconfident.
Really,
and
like who? Family?
My parents.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's literally like Luther and Sly. Those are only people who can like bring me down. If it's like a random guy, if it's like people, like anybody out here, they can say whatever they want. They can be like, oh my God, you did, and even with Luther and Sly, when I say something, like if I come, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Like I'm going to keep it cute, but I'll be like, damn.
Because you care.
Because I care about what they think. And that's what that 20% was for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I can't say 100% because literally 100% of the outside world, I really don't care. Like I had a homeboy say some crazy shit to me today on Instagram based off a relationship I had. And I was like, I really don't even care what he cares. Like, I don't care. But like my parents, I care. And I hate that I care so much. Like, I don't know. Cause like, I hate it. And I hate it, but I also don't hate it. Because like I love those people so much because I know they love me.
That means you're invested. That's a good thing.
And I know I'm so safe with them, and they're the most amazing parents. I have the most amazing parents ever. Like they're awesome. So when they do say something to me, and sometimes, and that's not that because I have amazing parents doesn't mean they're not toxic. Than some of the shit they say.
Doesn't mean they're not human.
Right.
Yeah.
But I say that to say so sometimes I have some of those tendencies, and I carry them in whatever. So if they say specific things to me, I do carry it, and I do like care about it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I really don't.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like that 20%. Like I really don't care about all these people in the streets. Niggas don't care about whatever.
I actually do care about a lot of people. I don't. I think the common misconception is that confidence is tethered to not caring. I care a lot, and I'm still confident because I think I have the tools to process what I'm hearing. So if someone says something really hurtful to me and I care about them and I care what they think, and I also am aware of why they're saying it and how much of it is true about me and how much of it is them projecting, I can process that and care about you and still be like, that's not my shit.
I care about what my friends say.
Yeah.
Like my real friends. I care about what y'all say. So.
But then again, I think, Blue, what you're saying is completely true, because like your confidence and your perception of how you feel about yourself is separate than feedback.
Exactly. Like I can take feedback, and here's the thing, I can take feedback and be like, I never thought of that. Let me sit with that. Or, yo, you're so far off the base. This is ridiculous. What's really going on? And it's not based in ego. It's based in, I want to get better, but I don't want to eat fruit from the poison tree. And I've learned, because I've bit so many poison trees, I've learned what's poisonous and what's like sincere feedback. And sometimes I'll just be disagreeing, and sometimes I'll be like, I didn't even think that about myself. And here's the thing, we always say that people are not being fair or being unkind or whatever, don't get you when they're saying bad things. We don't ever say that when they're blowing smoke up our asses with good things that aren't true either. I love that fake compliments ring my bell as much as fake hate. If someone gives me a compliment I don't think I deserve, I can't receive that either. Do you guys like all compliments, or can you tell when a compliment is full of shit?
Oh, yeah, I can tell when it's full of shit, yeah.
I'm taking all of them.
I'll take them. I just don't believe you.
But I know when it's like...
It's giving praise King Part 2. Yeah. Let me stop. Next question. Do you think your intellect is intimidating? I'm going to start with this one and be concise for the sake of time. I don't think my intellect is intimidating. I think the fact that I think I deserve my intellect is intimidating. I think that if I was a straight white man who talked exactly the way I talk, it wouldn't even be notable.
Right.
I think it's the fact that I have the audacity to be a plus-size black like woman in America and not be rich and think that I can take up this much space. I think that's why my intellect is intimidating. But I don't think I'm that brilliant, like, oh my God, it's so intimidating. I think you're just mad that I'm doing it. Somebody else could do it all the time. You think it was great. If Zendaya talked just like me, y'all would think it was amazing. It's because I have it. That's why I think it's intimidating. How about you, Lulu?
I think that I am mediocre at best.
Oh shit! What is it? This just took a turn.
No.
Look at Jeffrey's face. Jeffrey's like, wait.
But I realize at my big age that I'm smarter than most people, because like,
so they're even more mediocre.
No, I've been surrounded by like so many smart people that I was like, oh, I think I'm just like an average Joe. But then when you're around like other people, you're like, stupid. Dang.
Oh, here we go. You triggered Jeffrey.
Right.
You had to trigger Jeffrey.
I was like, hear me out. Hear me out. Right. Y'all was like trying to cut me off at the pass. And I was like, I got more to say.
Jeffrey said dummies. You're going to write a book called Dummies for Dummies. Right.
Let them identify themselves.
Right.
Dummy, no dummy.
Jeffrey, like, so when did you start your hatred for dummies? Real quick, I'm just curious.
Sometimes when I'm talking to an adult who is the same age or within the same age, and they are saying things that my 5-year-old nephew would say, I'm just like, you really mean that? Like, not just like, oh, we're having a light joking moment. Like,
so you think you're judgmental? Do you think you're judgmental?
When you stupid, yeah.
Oh wow, he said I'm only judgmental when you're stupid. I'm gonna pivot before we get.
So there's that.
There's that. Okay, what would people be the most surprised to know about you?
Jeff.
You definitely starting this one, child. The most surprised. I pull out the cards to make sure you're not lying to me.
Like,
See,
why
are you getting nervous when I put the cards out?
No, I didn't get nervous. I'm trying to think. What am I surprised to know about myself?
The 95% of your subconscious that you've been lying about since. I can't wait for him to get hypnotized and find out what's in there.
Oh my God, I'm afraid.
We're gonna have to bring him some food and come check on him when he finds out.
Well, I'll go.
Hit it.
Yeah.
I think that people will be most surprised to know that I'm submissive.
I wouldn't be, but Jeff was. Yeah, he definitely.
Not Lutasha.
No, Jeff, you were surprised 2 episodes ago.
With a man
Yeah.
that you're actually dating.
With
you know?
LaRon.
Oh yeah, like I'm not surprised there.
Right.
Wow, now somebody's blowing your back out at 6'7". Master Splinter.
Back in the day when you had a lineup, no, you wouldn't be submissive to any of them, but
Not any of them. You love giving somebody a roster, huh? I see how you play. If I ever do get a roster, I'm not telling Jeffrey shit. Jeffrey, you don't think there's something people be surprised?
I don't know. And nothing that nobody's ever pointed out to me. I don't know.
Do you have a shy streak?
Do I have a shy streak? Yes. So maybe that's it then.
I think a lot of people would be surprised to know that you have a shy streak.
I get, yeah.
What does a shy streak mean?
Ooh, Lulu's calling bullshit.
I get very nervous
What
when
are
I have
we
to
talking
do
about?
like public speaking. Honestly, not this for some reason, but public speaking for me, I am palms are sweating. I'm nervous until you put me out there. But it's the thought of it, the build up to it. I'm always like, oh my God.
Lulu, do you know what I keep on hearing today? That we need to stop telling Jeffrey shit and just give him no choice.
Yeah, just
throw him that shit.
We're just
minutes in an hour.
Because when I'm in it. But
ever since the day that we had to capture you from the airport to come do the episode, I knew that we needed to get a little thing around your ankle because that's a lot. The question was, surprised to know, submissive, shy, both. I think people would be surprised to know that I can be submissive and shy.
Okay.
Look at us being mirrors of each other.
You know.
Have you ever dated a celebrity? Please, for the sake of us not having lawyers, do not mention their names. But have you ever dated a celebrity? A simple yes or no and a quick anecdote, if possible, would hit.
Define date.
Oh, shit. Okay, next. We ain't got that kind of time, child. Have you ever had sex with a celebrity?
Yes. I live in Los Angeles, of course.
I really wanted to answer this question. We all live in LA. That's what I really wanted to say. Yeah. Lulu, keep this one cute.
Yes.
I too. Yes. Moving on. Let's keep that one cute. What is your type?
Jeff.
My type is confident, honestly.
Attractive.
Of course, attractive. Well,
no, not of course, Jeffrey. Everybody's different.
Attractive.
If you are a good, kind, confident person, whatever the hell he's about to say now with these lies, if you are not fun, no, if you're not fun, you can't be cute. It can't be your mama and your friends think you're cute.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
If you would not be cast on a television show,
Right.
okay.
Jeff is a liar.
If Carlos King would not cast you on a program, you are not attractive enough for Jeffrey Smith Jr. Hit it, love.
Yeah, so outside of attractive.
Yes. Look at me and Lulu like, please don't lie on the show.
I just need you to have a confidence about you. Like,
and not be dumb.
Back to I think it was the second question that you asked us. Oh shit, now I can't remember. Damn, you just asked like 2 questions ago. But confidence is very important.
Yeah, you need confidence for somebody like you, child. Because when you get going, I think you need confidence for all 3 of us.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us could.
Because sometimes confidence can make somebody that's a little less attractive a little bit more attractive.
Sometimes, no, this is not the sometimes Lulu be doing. This is most times.
A lot of times.
Most times your confidence will give you an extra 3 points.
It will give you an extra, yes.
I had a friend growing up. Ooh, let me watch my language because they all watch this. Shout out to the Facebook crew. You know everybody on Facebook be in your business, child. I had a friend who I did not know was unattractive until we stopped being friends because she was so confident.
And I love that for her. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I really do. I had a friend when I first moved to LA and she was not conventionally attractive, but sis used to dress really nice and sis used to be like, when we walk up in here, I'm about to kill it.
So she was sexy.
And she did used to kill it.
Yeah, she was sexy. I always say I get in trouble for saying the sexy and attractive are not the same thing. They can coexist, but they're not the same thing.
Don't count people out because sometimes people just got to go through their glow up.
Thing, though?
Because I know a lot of people who are pretty, but I don't think that they're sexy.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who are sexy, but their face is not really given like that.
Under the umbrella of attractive, I guess, is pretty and sexy are in different categories.
Yes.
Like under the umbrella of tequila is mezcal and reposado.
I agree.
Yes.
So it's kind of like that.
I actually agree.
Yeah, because I know some very sexy people that when you just stand back and look at them like, no, but when they start talking,
you're like
let me tell you, you got to be careful if you can talk because be careful dating funny men. I've learned this. No, if I've ever had sex with somebody who I normally would not go for, it was because he was funny and 1 minute I was laughing and the next thing I know my pants were gone and my legs are in the air. They're tricky. Funny niggas are tricky. Why you looking at me like that? I thought you were going to help me co-sign.
No, I'm co-signing.
Yeah, they're very, very tricky. So, where are my pants is a thing. Not for you, Jeffrey, because we know you shallow.
I never let a nigga laugh me out my shit.
Because you're shallow.
I'm the funny one.
Yeah, no, because gay men don't have no. I feel like straight women, and this is the thing, men always talk garbage about women and be like, oh, she don't. I was like, if you want to be gay, you would not even be viable because they don't give a fuck about your money. You're ugly.
Oh wow! Okay, you know
don't care.
Wait a minute,
but it's true.
She's actually
they
right.
don't care.
The LA gays in particular, if you are rich, successful, all these things, and you are not cute,
and you're not cute, they don't care. Yeah. They don't care.
Jeffrey, you ain't got nothing to say for your brethren
unless you got the sex appeal,
right?
That can be
exactly.
If you got a mezcal.
I'm gonna pivot before
the mezcal.
I want to stop my friend from potentially lying, so I'm going to. Oh, this is funny. What do you think is your sexy? Oh, I didn't say my type.
Please tell us your type.
I'm
Like if he walked in here,
Okay.
like what would your type look like physically?
Oh, you doing that on purpose because you know how I am, huh?
Yeah.
At this age, 6 feet, because I've done enough short kings to pay my dues to society. So at least 6 feet.
A strong back.
A strong back. Jeffrey knows me. I need somebody with a strong back, so I need to know that you're not going to hurt yourself while we're fucking. Because people with strong backs can lift heavy things. And I mean me. And what else do I need? I need someone who is... You're distracting me, guys. I can see you.
Okay.
I need someone who is... I'm going to wait for this to be done because I really have ADHD. Oh. You good, Jeffrey? Look.
I'm trying to help sis out on
No,
that.
I understand it, but I'm
just asked for a little water.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I really do have ADHD and it completely activated it. I lost what I was saying. What did I even say?
What is
Strong
your
back.
type? Strong
Oh,
back.
strong back, over 6 feet, funny, compassionate. But you said physical. He has to have nice eyes and smile.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very big on eyes and smile because I'm constantly laughing. I'm a face queen, so you having a gorgeous body and being a butthead does not work for me. I'm not as shallow as Jeffrey, but I need you to have a good
that
face.
don't work long term.
Where are you at on teeth? Do you like a gap or like?
I can do a gap, but the gum to tooth ratio has to be on par. I told you the most shallow thing I've ever done is break up with somebody because their gum to tooth ratio was off.
And then not the chiclet teeth.
Yeah, it can't be
too big
90% gum and 10% tooth because I tried that one time. Beautiful gowns, nice person, but wouldn't do it.
Gorgeous.
What do you think is your sexiest trait?
My smile.
As he smiles for the camera. Jesus Christ.
That's why he be smiling his goddamn.
Right, like y'all gonna get these fucking teeth. Okay.
Jeff is
No
a
dentures.
menace.
You are a menace.
Listen, let me tell y'all. Jeff.
Be minding his business in the kitchen.
Lulu, what's your sexiest trait? What's your sexiest trait? No more Bacardi Gold, because Lulu about to tell all our business. What do you think is your sexiest trait?
I really don't know.
It has to be physical.
I think it's my booty.
It is your booty. I've talked about your booty extensively. I made myself stop sexually harassing you mentioning your booty. I'd be like, Lulu got a good booty.
But she'll get drunk around you.
Was that this episode or the last episode? Yeah, on the last episode, I revealed that I only get drunk around people who I would never sleep with, or people who I totally would sleep with.
Right. So
The folks in between, I don't
is
drink.
not attracted to me.
Or Jeff.
Which I guess.
I'm a demisexual, which means I have
La la la. Yeah,
my
So
sex.
she's not attracted to me, so I guess.
Oh God, I'm not attracted to most people, to be honest. I'm really not. It would hurt people's feelings.
Whatever.
Let me see. I actually don't know a physical sexiest trait.
We could tell you.
Right.
What do you guys think
Stop
it is?
hiding them.
Wait, my titties. Oh my
Unzip that zipper.
I'm not.
Zip this zipper down.
I'm not unzipping my zipper. Okay, so the crowd has. Is this peer pressure to take off my titties? This is how it starts. So yes, the crowd has said that my breasts are
Just
missing.
zip it down a little.
Hey, what if it pops out?
Then so be it.
No, that's a special episode of Humanized that we're gonna have to do on behind the Patreon.
The OnlyFans one.
The OnlyFans. The fact that she said OnlyFans while looking at my breast and not at my face, I was looking at you, Lulu. That is hilarious when your female friend is objective. First of all, you're a woman and you're gay. This is supposed to be a safe space.
It's still safe.
That is still safe.
It's
All
safe
right.
to show them titties.
First of all, poor Kaden is still in here. Shout out to our producer,
Kaden's
Kaden.
doing just fine.
He really is doing just fine. Oh, this was a question that I had from speaking to somebody. I won't say her name. I was speaking to an actress recently who's doing very well. She's been working for years. You know how it takes 10 years for you to be an overnight success. And she shared with everybody that we were talking to that she has everything she's ever dreamed of. And she is stunned with that, with all this money, all this ability, all this notoriety. She's now shocked by how much it feels empty because she doesn't have someone to come home to.
Because what, she focused on her career?
She was focused on her career, yeah. But now that she has everything, there's nothing to strive for. She has it all. She's stunned by how much she wished she had a person. Because
Go find him now. She ain't dead.
Yeah, but I think what she's saying is because she's so visible now, it's trickier because do you like me
like
or do you
the
want this
lifestyle?
look?
Got it.
Yeah. So my question is, this triggered me a little bit. I'm saying triggered properly because triggered sometimes when you guys are just offended, you call it triggered. Triggered means that you're time traveling, guys. That means you're being pulled back into an old version of your life. It triggered me a little bit because I used to always say, I don't want to make it until I fall in love because I'm scared I won't be able to find somebody who likes me for me. and I would turn down opportunities because I hadn't found love yet. Like, no, I don't want to make all this money and have, you know what I mean? So it really did struck a nerve. And my question is, how do you guys think you would feel if you had everything you ever wanted except for love? Would you still be okay with that?
Take the money.
Jeffrey, I don't believe you.
I found love.
Wait a minute.
Take the money.
Okay, Jeffrey. Me and Lulu already have strong feelings about you and your villain era. We're going to let you have this. How about you, Lulu? If you had everything you ever wanted but had nobody to share it with and no love, like romantic love in your life, do you think it'd be a hollow victory? And the girl who said it is a Cancer too, so I'm curious about your answer.
I think that, do I still have my family and all of them?
Your non-sexual family, yes.
Yeah. I feel like I would be fine.
Wait, but are you saying like we'll never find love, or now that we have the success and we have to worry about people
You're
being after
in an
us?
abyss of no love right now.
It's different though. I feel
fine.
like it's different, like
Because she can't fortune tell, so she doesn't know she's going to find it or not.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that I feel like this goes back to Ashanti, and like, you know, you're holding out for this thing, and you know, you do all the things you're supposed to do. I focus on my career, and I do all this shit, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And so now I'm 40 or 41, and I make a decision that I still want perhaps like to have a kid and possible.
You got all the money, freeze that egg.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like still, like even as an individual, you're like, do I want to even start the whole kid process later and later and later and
But
later?
why are we on kids though? We're talking about love. Like, love doesn't have to have children involved.
It doesn't. That's true. So I digress. Excuse me. But I feel like the love thing, I think that it's tough. It's tough for me because like I love my family and I have so much support and I have so much surrounded, and there is literally zero shortage of dick. Like there
But romantic love is not dick or family though.
for sure.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying like I can have so much fulfillment from my family, and if I wanted to be penetrated, that could still happen. So like if I'm like I'm not gonna have, if I had to have one of the other, that's so. What is the alternative?
Your
I have
career and money
So,
and
so,
everything.
so there was no alternative. It's like she's getting tons of dick, has lots of money, has her entire family, but she has no romantic love.
she ain't got a person
She's,
to share
so it's
with,
not even about
somebody
sex
to share her
either.
world
It's
with.
literally
Yeah.
romantic love, specifically romantic love.
Yeah, I think I feel like I probably could do it. It would not be my preference.
Yeah.
But it could definitely be done.
I'm gonna keep it simple. It'd be a hollow victory for me.
You would for the career.
It would be a hollow victory. Like what she's saying is a hollow victory means you're grateful. It still feels a little empty. For me, if I had romantic love missing completely and had a beautiful family, had my health, had my mother, I'm not fucking any of y'all. I love y'all, but I'm not fucking any of y'all. I really get nervous for me when we conflate different kinds of love for each other because they're not
Has
conflatable.
she ever? I don't know if she shared it with you or not, but like, has she ever in her past, like, has she ever been in love before? And
Yeah,
then
she's
so-
been in love, and she's
I
saying
mean-
that like everything is prospering, and none of it is comparable. It's not interchangeable.
No, but I think that it's a different walk. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's different for me and you, Blue, and we literally talked about this, like how our families do. Because you were like, oh, I'm gonna go see my mom, and it's just her, and we're doing this family. Like when I go for Christmas with my family, it's a thing.
No, I recognize that, and the thing
So
is,
that's why I'm saying,
but it's still not
Yeah, it's not.
romantic.
She still love
No,
that
no,
girl.
no.
Yeah, so it's not
Ron
about
is-
I get it.
Yeah, it's
no,
not
no,
about the
no, no,
family.
no. I get that. I
Yeah.
get that. But I feel like for me, I'm willing to sacrifice something else because I have this other thing. That's the only thing I'm saying.
Well, so the question isn't about sacrifices. Like, would it feel empty without it?
I feel like it wouldn't because
of your
of this.
okay.
And so like I feel like with you guys who feel like, you know, I'm just with my mom, I'm not really fucking with this family shit and you have a different experience and you have a different like walk with like love and like how I'm gonna exist and all this stuff. Like with me, if I never had no other man and I never had any children, I will still have. My sister has a kid. My brother has 3. I have my parents. I have this whole thing that I can walk into whenever I choose to, and I can get out of.
I get that.
Yeah, but it's not about
yeah,
kids, though. Kids
yeah.
have
So
nothing to do with
I
it.
think for me, I've had, because this whole thing with my family is only 6 months old. So beforehand, I thought we were a big happy family. I just remember I told you it's new for me to have strife with my family because I've never understood people who have strife with their family. Even when my family was its most loving, they were never going to make up for me getting some dick and being loved on romantically. For me, they're not comparable.
Yeah.
And it's love. Like, I feel loved.
I have a whole ball of love in the family.
I have a whole ball of love, and I still...
A partner love is very different.
They're not interchangeable for me. And it's one of those things of, I want to give people permission to stop lying. There are people who, like Lulu, who are telling the truth, who say, I have so much love and it's enough for me. That is fine. Those of you who are lying, though, I'm giving you permission to stop fucking lying. Because a lot of you are fucking lying. A lot of you are the favorite auntie. You're doing everything for everybody, and then you're calling me on my line, paying me a lot of money to tell me the truth. And that's another thing about doing the work that I do. Everybody lies to everybody, including themselves, until they're paying $250 an hour to talk to a professional. Now suddenly the truth comes out.
Lying to yourself is a big thing.
It's a big thing. And so I'm going to keep it a buck and be a sacrificial lamb. No, I, Blutulusma, who is the most confident that I've ever been, the sharpest that I've ever been, the freest that I've ever been. My bills are paid. I'm doing a show with my friends who I adore. Despite what's happening with my mother's health, this is probably the best year of my life as an individual. Anything that's made me unhappy was not about me. It was me supporting somebody else who was having a bad year. I'm actually having an exceptional year by myself, right? I still will be honest, none of you will make up for me finding my partner.
I would say that what you just said, though, like, yeah, I feel the same way. Like, this year, 2023 and 22 have just been solely about me making me happy, me feel good, me successful, as opposed to in the past being in relationships and doing things with
being all worried about you.
Yeah, now it's literally just me, and I realize how happy I am with self.
Happy as fuck.
If it were that option, I'm going for a career and building all of that up. I've been in love 3 times. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I've experienced it. Hey, I'll just keep having hate sex.
I thought me and Jeffrey agreed, and this is why you have to let people finish. I thought...
Got her again.
Yeah. I'm going to stick to agreeing with Lulu, because Lulu doesn't take me down that path. Jeffrey always takes that one left turn that I don't understand. You guys, and I'm happy that we're having this kind of rigorous conversation in a safe space, because I really hope that part of 2024, we're about to pivot towards the end of the year stuff. I hope that 2024 is a more grateful and honest year, because I think one of the things that I noted this year is a lot of people lied to themselves and a lot of people were ungrateful. And it made me sad. Like, there are people who had so much to be happy for who were constantly complaining. And I was like, fuck, if you were just a little bit more grateful, I think you understand. And I've been trying to find nice ways to tell people they're being ungrateful, because it's not my place. So I wait until they ask me. I wait until we're having a conversation and they're asking my opinion. And I'll be like, hey, I just want to point out the 30 amazing things that happened before you talk about that one comment on Instagram last week. You know what I mean? So I think being grateful is really important, which is, I think what the conversation we're having is about, is like, she's so grateful for her family and the love that she has a surplus, right? I also think that people, when they lie to themselves, it's because they don't like the thing that they're pretending not to know about themselves. And so for this year, did you guys have any guiding words? This is something we do every year. This is your first time with me. Did you have a guiding word for this year? Like, some people have a mantra for the year. Did you have a 2023 mantra or guiding sentiment that helped you through, or have you just been raw dogging it through life? And this is another example of that. I'm using that example because of you, Jeffrey. I'm looking right at you. Did you raw dog 2023, or did you have a mantra of some sort?
I had no mantra. I had no template, no guidebook. We just gonna figure this thing out.
That sounds about Jeffrey. How about you, Lulu? Did you have a mantra or a guiding principle this year?
I absolutely didn't.
You both raw dogged it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna put on condoms this year, because we're gonna be intentional. My 2 words for 2023 were discipline and discernment. And this is the first time I've had a New Year's resolution where I think I killed it. This entire year, I would not have survived it without discipline and discernment.
That's awesome.
It's the first time. That's why I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I don't need dick. I need a partner. There's a difference, guys. But so I think discipline and discernment for this year. For next year, my 2 words are alignment and reciprocity. Because I feel like I've done everything I'm supposed to. Things are just waiting to fall into alignment. And whatever I give, I want it back. I don't even care if it's coming back from the direct source. If I give it to Jeffrey, I'm cool getting it from James. I just want it. I want my things. I'm calling my power back to me. So I want you guys to pause with that. If I'm alignment and reciprocity, what are your 2 guiding words for 2024? And we're going to use this as a time capsule to keep it honest, because it's on video. The internet never forgets.
Happiness, always happy.
Ciao.
Like, happy and discipline. I would like discipline. Yeah, 2024, I need discipline. I need a little more structure.
A little?
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you to have a 3rd word aside from happiness, friend, because happiness is like interesting for you. The joke is that people say interesting because it's a neutral word. You've made happiness a neutral word. Discipline and what?
Discipline and abundance.
Nice. Jeffrey really wants to get that 30 million.
I'm telling you.
So Jeffrey is discipline and abundance. How about you, Lulu?
So we have 2 words.
Your guiding principles.
I feel like my guiding principles would be, I hate that I'm not good. Like, did you guys used to have Whirly Wise, like when you were in middle school?
No.
And so it was a Whirly Wise, and they like give you adjectives on. And this is how I know I went to nerd school, because like the thing in my nerd school was to use the Whirly Wise that they would do in English class and use them in regular conversation.
Oh, we just call those vocab words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Vocabulary
so
words.
it was vocab words. So we used to try to use them in like, so it was like a Whirly Wise word. If you could use them in regular conversation, then that was like a cool thing.
They gotta be fancy. They could be regular words.
No, they probably were. Like, I'm not saying that they were like, but it was just interesting because I feel like kids, like, they don't think about that. Like, we're like, oh, I want to try to use like a new word. But I say all that to say that I can't think of like the good. The reason why I was saying that is like I can't think of the Whirly Wise word.
What's the feeling? Because I always say feelings are the most honest part about us.
Like I really want to be open to, and I have so many words. So like I want to be open to things that make me feel safe.
Okay.
And so like I don't know what the word is for that.
Psychological safety.
Yeah, like I want to be open to all of that, and I'm coming into this space where I'm doing things that I don't really feel comfortable with, but because I'm with him, I feel okay about it.
There's a word for that I've used a lot. So I always say that strong Black women die because too much strength will kill us. There have been studies of it. It's not something I made up. And so I like the word supple, because supple means that you're receptive and buttery soft, but you're still not a weak bitch. So you want to be supple. Like, think about leather, right? Leather is strong as fuck, but the more you wear it, tear it, the more buttery, soft, and supple it becomes.
I hate to say this. And no. But again, like I was talking to one of my straight homeboys, and I was telling him, because he was like, oh, Black women now like never support Black men, and I was like, this is literally no. Okay. I'm not trying to go down a rabbit hole. No. I know.
Stab.
But I say all that to say, because like I had told him before about like I had loaned like a man that I dated like a certain amount of money, and he was like, well, just because you had to pay for dick doesn't mean whoop-de-whoop. So he was trying to villainize like me like helping a Black man, because he was like, oh, some Black women want to help Pookie and then they want to be benevolent. And so I was like, I'm not even offended by what you said, because you've never experienced love, and you don't know what it feels like to love someone enough to be like, I will help you. And like I don't even, what I was talking to him about, I don't even feel offended by what he said. Like when he was like, "Oh, you pay for dick," and it was like
saying somebody pays for dick is offensive.
It is, but I still didn't even care, because I was like, "You never experienced love. That's why you're talking about it like this."
You could tell.
Like that's why you're saying the word you're saying. I can see it, like that you're saying that, and I don't even care that you said it, because I'm like, the space that I was in when I did it is because I was in the space of love, and I never will be mad or angry that I did something for someone that I loved, ever.
You're such a Cancer, so you want to be supple and loving?
Yes, I'll be supple and loving.
That's the most Cancer. First of all, she said, you hate it? You hate being a Cancer?
I do. Well, I don't hate it, but I hate how emotional I am and how like loving and like soft I am. Like
that's really the best part of you, Lulu.
But people think I'm like a hard ass bitch. Like I feel.
Why can't they both be true? Because you still stab, friend. We're not gonna lie about the head, buddy.
But I feel like you're a crab with a switchblade.
Yeah, we're not gonna lie to you, friend. We love you, but you still be stabbing.
But I feel like people don't know. Like Jeff be like, if she hates you, there's something wrong with you. Because Jeff was like, she'll body slam me, but she does love you.
What in the Pebbles and Bam Bam? Okay, not she'll body slam me, but she still loves you. You are Pebbles and Bam Bam in one body.
Yeah.
No, I love that. Your biggest lesson this year?
Budgeting.
Ooh, child.
Learning how to do a budget, actually.
Okay.
As an entrepreneur and running a whole catering business, learning how to properly budget like food costs, knowing everything down to the salt.
Yeah.
Budgeting is very important. So that's been actually the theme of my year. Yeah.
So you're already getting a head start in the discipline because budgeting is all about discipline.
Yes, because and I'm thankful, but I have been forced to do it job after job after job. And I'm like, my friend Jessica Nabongo.
What's up, Jessica? We love you.
One specific day, because I was talking about, we were talking about something she wanted me to do, and she was asking me the cost of it. And I told her something, and she's like, well, how do you know this? And I was like, well, I'm just pretty much like, it sounds right.
You were
And she said
freeballing it.
Her specific words, and they're in my mind every time a job comes through. Jeffrey, you cannot arbitrarily throw out numbers.
Yeah.
She said this to me probably back in February or March at the top of the year. To this day, every time I get a job and they say, oh, how much is it going to cost? Literally, Jessica pops up in my mind. Jeffrey, you cannot arbitrarily throw out numbers.
It's fiscally irresponsible. That's a great piece of advice.
It sticks with
That's
me.
an exceptional piece of advice.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Shout out to Detroit women.
Shout out to Detroit
Shout out to
women.
Detroit women.
And honestly, too, a lot of times when people are trying to rush me to give an answer that involves numbers, I've always said I refuse to respond from a place of ignorance.
Yes.
Because you're trying to pressure me to respond ignorantly, and I'm not comfortable with that. The minute you say that, people, you can literally see their spirits leave their bodies. Like, bitch, I wasn't doing all that. I just wanted you to guess. You're asking me to speak from a place of ignorance, and if I circle back, you're not going to show me grace.
Yeah.
So don't play in my face. Unless you're willing for me to tell you I was off by 3/3.
Yeah.
Like it's 3 times the price. I'm not going to say anything from a place of
Only
ignorance.
time
I love that.
I participate in that is I know I'm giving them a way higher number.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
Then I can have time.
I'll lie for a profit now.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just
then I can
playing.
have time.
Exactly.
to come back.
Right.
So your biggest lesson was budgeting. What was your 2 words for next year? See if you were listening to yourself.
Abundance and discipline.
Love it. What were your 2 words, Lulu?
Supple and loving.
Yeah.
I got my friend back.
All right. What were my 2 words then, friend?
Damn you. She got me again.
Got
Look,
me again.
Yeah, you can't be
no.
just saying things. You can't arbitrarily throw out affirmations.
No, he was listening.
You said he had his friend back. I'm his friend too. You got my
Yes.
back?
No, reciprocity.
Ooh.
And because you said if I give it to you, you don't mind if you get it from James.
I love that's how you remember things though.
Reciprocity. I did forget the other one, but I know reciprocity.
Alignment.
Alignment. There we go.
That was good though.
That was good. I had you counted out. I'm surprised you got even one of them.
Yeah.
Reciprocity and alignment.
That's good, Jeff.
That's actually good. Look at that. I want y'all to know that we're growing, Jeff, despite his.
I be listening.
You're not growing him. This is him.
This is me.
No. He's grown. He's been growing.
No, it's when he decides.
He's the man.
Yeah, it's when he
man.
decides to flex that muscle that he already has. He can do it.
I do it all the time for my friends.
Oh, child. I feel bad for anybody.
Y'all be seeing me with these strangers.
Wow. Okay. Your biggest lesson this year was budgeting. Your biggest lesson was.
Wait, what was the question again?
We're about to wrap up. The biggest lesson of the year.
Oh, my biggest lesson was like being gracious to myself, honestly.
Oh,
That's a good one.
So I don't know what that 2 words.
Which is so funny because we were talking previously about how Jeff was like, Lutasha's always happy. Lutasha's X, Y, and Z. Lutasha has all this grace. And so hearing that you are recently learning how to turn that inward is beautiful.
I'm always focusing on my own happiness.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
I want everyone to know that.
Wait a minute.
No,
I'm looking to the camera. I need you to know I'm concerned about myself.
I'm serious. And you should be concerned about yourself as well. Like whatever you're concerned about in your life, you should be concerned about yourself first.
I mean, you do need to put on your own mask on before anybody else. Biggest lesson of the year for me, for the sake of time, is that I haven't met everybody who's going to love me.
of course not.
Yeah.
That's not enough course. That's not enough course, child. A lot of people think that they're done.
Oh, that's sad.
Jeffrey, don't judge.
I'm
You are so
sorry.
judgmental. Oh my lord.
I wasn't judging. I was just thinking.
Judgmentally.
Right.
I love when Jeffrey tries to be a bimbet when he realizes he fucked up. I wasn't judging. I was just thinking that was stupid.
That's crazy.
That's so nuts.
Oh, no.
All right, now this one is not a simple question. This one's questions for me actually. I want to end on this note. Before we came, today there was a lot of fires I was putting out. Stuff in the East Coast. Me and Lulu are both leaving soon. You know when you're about to leave for a long time? Like this is our last couple of days for you, your last day in LA before 2024. So
Yes.
there's a lot that has to happen when you're going to leave your house for a very long time. And between us figuring out if Jeffrey was dying or not, or was going to come in, and if he was going to get a replacement, putting out all these fires, I had a physical therapy appointment, all these things are happening. I said, Lulu, I'm just trying to be slow so I don't overthink and go into a panic attack. And then whenever I feel like I'm about to go into a panic attack, I've learned to slow down rather than speed up. Because people are like, panic attack, let me just do more stuff. I'm like, no, do less stuff so you can breathe. I put on a show on Netflix because cartoons tend to be soothing to me. They remind me of my childhood. And the cartoon that I found was called Carol at the End of the World. Have you guys heard of this? It just debuted on Netflix. I think it might have just come out today. It's called Carol at the End of the World. And the premise is a woman is living in a world where the entire world knows that they only have 7 months and 13 days to live. And because everybody knows the world is ending in 7 months and 13 days, no one works unless they like their job. Everyone is checking things off their bucket list. Her parents have stopped wearing clothes and are having threesomes with their black male nurse. Groceries are free, but the military has to ring you up so that people don't loot. And when she calls the bank to pay her rent, they're like, why are you paying rent? The world is ending in 7 months. This doesn't make any sense. And the president of the bank is like, girl, the only commodity that's worth anything now that the world is ending is time. You can see how this show's about to get deep. I can't wait to get home at some point and dig into it. And the new way of saying how's your day is to tell people the adventures you had. Because people are assuming the world is ending, bitch. So time to have all the adventures, right? And in the midst of all that, there's Carol. And Carol was like, I just want to survive the next 7 months and 13 days. I don't really feel the need to do all this shit. She's just trying to have a regular good day for the next 7 months. And it reminded me so much of the pandemic. How everybody and their mother felt the need to be like, it's the pandemic. I started 3 LLCs and I learned how to speak Mandarin. And people were like, nigga, I just didn't jump off a roof. Can I get some credit for survival? And so my question is, this year has been a lot for a lot of people, publicly, privately. Even the likes of Diddy have not been able to. We've all agreed, whether we had a good year or not, 2023 was on some shit. Can we all agree that 2023 was on some shit universally? Even you, Jeff, can you admit this year tried to take us all out? Yeah. I'm happy that we're all smiling. So my question is, knowing that everybody wants to be productive and say, well, what's your biggest flex for 2023? Without being hyper-focused on productivity, if you knew you only had 7 months and 13 days to live, what would you want to accomplish that wasn't flashy? That wasn't, oh my God, I did. Like, what are the quiet things that you would make time for if you know you only had 7 months to live?
I would... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Luke.
No, go ahead.
Actually, I would sit down with my immediate family. Because it's too many to do like the whole thing. My immediate family, and probably get a therapist and just really like have a conversation. That is something, and it's actually been on my mind since the pandemic happened. I kind of did it with my sister a little bit. One day I was sitting outside on my balcony. And I was talking to her, and I asked her because our father, he died in 1993. So I was 6. My sister is 3.5 years older than me. And so I just asked her, I was like, Jennifer, what was life like for you after, our dad died? Because I only know from my perspective. And so I was like, I never knew, because I realized, like, we're all living our own lives. Like, when you leave, I don't know what y'all go to until we come back and talk about it. But every stranger you see on the street, you walk past the middle of a conversation, everybody has something going on. Everybody's going through something. Good day or bad day, everybody's going through something. And that was just something I thought about. I was like, I was like, Jennifer, what was life like for you? And that's also something I would love to ask my mother, something I would ask my little brother, but it's just not that, we don't have those types of conversations.
You haven't made time for them yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still hope. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That was very introspective, Jeffrey.
Come on, look at us.
Okay.
He deep.
Not an orgy. Not he deep. Pause. Not an orgy in sight. That was a beautiful answer. I was so nervous.
You said nothing flashy.
Yeah, I was so nervous.
He said he deep.
He deep, right? I was worried he's gonna be like a candlelight orgy. I'm so happy you picked that instead.
I'm gonna take these lights that's flashing around here.
How about you, Lulu? If you had 7 months and 13 days before the world ended, what would you do?
I have a completely opposite answer.
She's asking my family all the time. Fuck them. I'm cool.
No, but I sometimes I'm concerned like that. I saw this thing where it was like, if you see your parents, like if they only have 10 more years to live, you only see them once a year. You'll see them 10 times. I probably will go like where they are, and I'll be like, let's just get like the best pizza that's around, Or let's just get like the best burgers and let's just do this. Like I would want to do something like that with like all the people who I really, really care about and get them like all in the same space. If it was possible, you know, everyone has like a different, as I've gotten older, I've known, especially living in LA, everyone has a different relationship than their family than I have. So I'm like all in with my family. So I'm like, yo, let's all get together and like let's all.
But you and Jeffrey have the exact same answer.
I was gonna say that sounds the same. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, but I'm just like, let's all eat the same pizza and like give our critiques.
I love
And
that.
what y'all think? And then let's all get the burgers and let's all do this.
I gotta find it. I just had a really good Detroit style pizza from this guy. I gotta find it. He had a pop up downtown, but he told me where the shop is. Me and you gonna go.
We have to go.
We gonna go.
Okay, I want some pizza, but I'm just wondering how thick is Detroit? Is it like Chicago thick?
It's not as thick as
No, it's
Chicago,
not.
but it's
Okay.
also that brick oven style.
Okay,
Yeah.
because this is very unpopular, but I'm a thin crust girl, and so people always hate. I know.
Boo.
Tomato.
Stab, stab, stab.
Right.
I need for stab, not to be Lulu's battle cry.
I said tomato.
No, I know, but we said stab because it is the cancer battle cry. If you know a cancer woman, you understand stab. For me, if I had 7 months, I would fly my mom and my stepdad to LA, empty out all of our accounts, and just let them have the joy that I take for granted.
Yeah.
I would just have as much fun with people that I love as possible.
Yep.
And my cousins, if they had some act right, they could come too. Like I would totally just want to spend time with my family, enjoying life.
For 7 months, where they all gonna sleep?
We're emptying everybody's bank account, so we will have accommodations.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna ask, like, who is your favorite literal blood family member
My mother.
outside of your mother?
Outside of my mother, my cousin. You want me to pick
Yeah.
out loud and say it on the
You
camera?
don't have to say their name.
Oh, my
but
cousin.
why is it your cousin?
Because her heart is still open,
Yeah.
and I feel like we can have an honest conversation that won't dishonor me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
As long as somebody's heart is open, I'm very forgiving. I just don't believe in not being safe. There are people who make themselves unsafe to forgive. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not forgiveness. That's something else.
So what about you, Jeff? Like, who is your favorite family member outside of your mother? It can be a sibling.
Well-
and tell me why.
I love them all, but
Of
my
course.
sister, you met her
Yeah.
because my sister. I don't know if I want to go to reasons why, just in case anybody's listening.
We got 30
I don't-
seconds for a hit
I
it.
don't want to feel bad, but my 30th birthday, when I turned 30, my sister, she lives in Orlando. She flew out here for my 30th. She met all my friends. We did a whole weekend in Palm Springs. My sister, she drank, and like I saw my sister like let her hair down and have fun, but she also saw me with my friends and
You met each
seeing
other as
that-
adults.
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
also kind of that knowing like, oh, you out like 'cause I'm the younger brother, her younger brother. Just know like, oh, you're safe. You out here, you got friends around you that are your family out here, and it was just that. And she had a great time. She still to this day asks about y'all.
Oh, I love that. Lulu, who's yours? Hunger Games style, not your mama or your daddy. Who is it?
Yeah.
No, I have a cousin. And
Damn, it's not even the siblings.
ain't damn.
Wow, breaking news. All that talk about, people don't have families like me. We're so close. I love them
No,
all.
no,
It'd be
no.
my cousin.
honestly, like, because I think that I feel like the assumption is my siblings. And if we're going to do siblings.
was the assumption, yeah.
It's absolutely my sister.
We're not. Damn, you.
But no, we want you to choose. We not.
We want you to
forcing
choose. We're not
forcing your hand.
No. I think that I was doing like peripheral like things. Like my mind was going in a separate direction. But like my sister is like my best friend. Like she's like my noble like she's like the epitome of
She also
everything.
inspires you a lot.
She inspires me constantly.
Yeah.
And she's like so amazing and she's so gracious. I feel like her being so great and also being gracious, I think is the thing that inspires me as well. Cause she could be like, bitch, I fucking told you. But she'd be like, oh, come on. Okay. I'm gonna help you.
Do you know how beautiful it is to have
like,
somebody in your family who you can look up to and admire like that? All we hear is about trauma. So just hearing you guys talk about your sisters. And it's so interesting because I have a bunch of sisters that I've never met. And so a part of me thinks, look, why are you making that face? We never talked about
Because
it.
you say a bunch, I'm like, how many is a bunch?
I'm the 7th child of my father.
well, she's saying one. It's one for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have 7. I have 6 brothers and sisters, but I'm number 7 for my dad. So yeah, so whenever I think people talk about their siblings, I think that's so beautiful because a part of me realizes like that's a really important relationship that I don't I've never experienced, but I've had friends that I've loved like sisters, and they all betrayed me. But I still don't have bitterness around it, though. That's the thing that's interesting. When people hear the word betrayal, they assume bitterness. It's actually made me appreciate feminine friendships more rather than be suspicious of them, if that makes sense.
I think that I have great female relationships because I have such a good relationship with my sister.
I agree.
Honestly.
A lot of your personality made sense to me when you started talking to me about your sister. Because even the way you and I became friends, there was something so like pure and organic about it. I was like, oh, that makes sense because this is normal for you. You're not one of those bitches who's like,
And also, my sister was my first dentist.
I'm nervous. Okay, Jeffrey, the show's about to end.
When I was about 5 years old, she knocked these 2 front teeth out. And these teeth I have now, they grew in. So I had like really big teeth when I was really little. But I never had to get braces. I never had like anything other than like a regular cleanup checkup.
You're calling her your first dentist because she knocked your teeth out?
She
Okay.
knocked them out, kept
you
these
guys,
things together.
We have to wrap up the show. Shout out to our producer for letting us go over. I've been trying to keep us on time, but y'all keep on telling like all these riveting stories. I'm trying to make sure that this show is ending on time. The last question that we had, we already did the one about someone to love Hall of Victory. We did the one about care at the end of the world. The whole mantra of be more, do more. We all agree that that's bullshit.
We covered that.
The idea of the film. I mean, the series that I just started watching was everybody feels like they have to be more and do more before the world comes to an end. And
I was so lazy during that pandemic.
And that might have been what you needed.
It was.
That might have been what you needed. All right, so this is the time where we're gonna have a choice. You either get to have me pull a card for you for next year, or you make a wish that we can all have in the time capsule. Pull a card or make a wish.
I don't pull a card.
How about you, Lulu? Do you want to pull a card or make a wish?
Pull a card.
How about you, Blue? Do you want to pull a card and make a wish? All right, I feel like I'm going to pull a card as well. All right, we're going to do something very, very quickly. We need you guys to relax. Guys, close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Do it audibly because this is an audio show. Out through your mouth. Nice. This is the ASMR rendition of Humanized. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Jeffrey, say it twice. Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Hit it.
Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Universe, please give me insight into 2024.
Keep breathing. Breathing in through your nose. Out through your mouth. You're breathing in everything good. You're breathing out everything that scares you. And Jeffrey, when you think you're ready, just say stop.
Stop.
Top of the deck or cut it?
I'm a middle child. Cut it.
Ciao. Okay. I'm going to cut it. This is going to have to be very quick. Mm-hmm. We got Jeffrey's card. Oop. All right. We got Jeffrey's card. Lulu, it's your turn.
Okay.
Close your eyes, guys. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Somebody please relax their neck and jaw. Somebody's tight. Breathe in through your nose.
It might be Caden.
Oop. Out through your mouth. Jeffrey, this is Lulu's turn. You're being disruptive. All right. One more time. In through your nose. Lulu, you have to focus or it's not going to work.
Okay,
through your nose.
I'm sorry.
Jeffrey, you're such a fucking social terrorist. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. All right, Lulu. Just keep breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. When you're ready, say it out loud twice. Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Out loud twice, Lulu.
Universe, please give me insight for 2024. Universe, please give me insight for 2024.
Perfect. And when you think you're ready, simply say stop.
Stop.
All right. Top of the deck or cut it?
Cut it. I'm a middle child too.
Child. I'm not a middle child.
Cut it. Cut it.
Interesting.
Cut it. Whoop. Cut it.
Okay. Lulu's needed a clarifier. Interesting. All right. My turn. No social terrorism during my turn, Jeffrey.
Okay.
Are you asking for blue or for those titties?
Right.
Jeffrey, what is the obsession with my titties as a gay man? You're a gay man. Why do you care about titties?
I like titties too.
See?
I'm a straight woman.
But you have titties.
It's not like yours.
Jeffrey, answer the
And
question.
mine not like yours either.
Right.
Can we get Jeffrey doing that one time? This is about the time when we want to look at Jeffrey.
Me and Jeff both like, it's not given.
Y'all are a mess. Okay. Without mentioning titties, we're going to do my turn. Y'all ready? Close your eyes. Now all I'm hearing is titties. Okay, Jeffrey, you really are a social terrorist. Jesus. Okay. We should have done this for your turn. All right. Everybody close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Relax. Somebody got real relaxed. It might have been Kaden. All right, in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Universe, please give me insight into 2024. Jeffrey, do it for me. When you think I'm ready, just tell me to stop.
Stop.
Okay. All right.
Did you do top or middle? Or
I did the middle too because y'all have me as a habit. Oh, mine is whack.
I don't say it's whack.
It didn't tell me anything new. It just give a snapshot of me now. Okay. For Jeffries, your cards say that you need to have more courageous conversation and be more honest about what you want.
What is that? The card? Like, what's that?
This Ace of Swords.
Ace of Swords.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that, Jeffrey?
Oh, well, it was kind of what I said. Like, if I only had 7 months.
Oof.
So maybe the 7 months is now. Look at that. Child, we really don't know if the world's coming to an end. The aliens can be like, say less, bitch. We just wait for this episode to
I
end.
got my walkie-talkie.
We do need walkie-talkies. All right, for Lulu, yours is to be still and welcome traditional iterations of love.
Jesus Christ.
If you end up pregnant in the next Christmas episode, this gonna be awkward. It's a husband and a wife and a baby, bitch. I was like, what the fuck? The irony.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Mine's.
I hope LaRon don't watch this episode.
Right.
Gotta cut it off at the end.
Right. At the end. Not a husband and a baby. Mine just says I'm an abundant bitch. That's anticlimactic.
You said you want to receive what you give.
Right.
But it doesn't say about receiving. It just says I'm abundant. It didn't say shit about receiving.
Isn't abundance, though, about receiving as well?
No, this one is very much me minding my business, being abundant on my own. So I'm gonna pull a clarifier. All right. Actually, I'm not gonna cut. Maybe that was the problem. No, but I already cut though. Fuck. By the way, this is why I can't read for myself. I overthink when it's me. All right, Lulu. This time you tell me to stop.
Stop.
Okay. I'm not gonna cut this time. Universe, please don't tell me I'm abundant. Like, tell me something new, please. Oh, let's see if they're all saying the same thing. Okay, I'm an abundant bitch, guys. That sucks. So this is why I hate reading for myself, because I always want to learn something new. So Jeffrey needs to be more honest with himself about what he really wants. Lulu needs to be still and embrace traditional forms of love. And again, I got this. This is literally a picture of a psychic. I keep pulling up pictures of who I already know I am. So is that what 2024 is going to be?
Stop trying to change who you are, maybe.
I don't want to change. I want to learn something new. You know what? Let me pause. I said I wanted alignment. I guess
You
this
have
is
to
the
reinvent the wheel.
I don't have to reinvent the wheel. That's alignment.
There you go.
Look at God. It came full circle. I'm still dissatisfied. I would have loved to get something dramatic. Like Lulu got a whole fucking baby.
I don't think that's dramatic. I feel like that's what the universe has been telling me for quite a while.
Oh, you never told us that, friend. That's new information.
Sorry.
See, that's why you don't know people. Did we talk about this, Jeffrey? You don't know people when they leave the house?
I mean, I've also said it. We've had conversations.
That you gonna get knocked up.
And when I say we, I mean the friend circle.
All right, so you heard it here first. There's gonna baby 2024. So how about we all get pregnant next year, including Jeffrey?
Whoa. Won't be falling for that banana.
It said be more honest. All right, guys. This has been a rousing episode. I cannot believe this is our last time seeing each other in this capacity for the rest of. Damn, you're excited, huh? I said this is the last time we're gonna see each other. Yeah.
No, it's just nice for the holidays. Like,
It
I
is.
feel like I get super excited about the holidays, and I didn't realize so many people do not.
Oh.
That's what I was saying 2 episodes ago, where I was like, do y'all get excited about Christmas music and holiday movies?
Yeah.
I just love the cheesiness of it all. I love it.
Exactly. I agree.
Speaking of cheesiness, I haven't eaten all day. Can we go to In-N-Out or something?
I can't.
I know you can't.
First of all,
I'm hungry. I'm hungry as shit. All right.
I got some broth waiting at home.
Aw.
I'll be so glad when this is over.
It's hilarious that there's a chef who's a foodie who cannot eat for a week. Yeah, this might be karmic. Maybe the universe wants you to go on a fast and have some thoughts about life. All right, guys, this concludes our Q&A episode. This was not a regular episode. We let you guys tell us what we were going to talk about. So I would ask you, say, I hope you liked it, but it's your fault, whether you liked it or not. If you liked it, yay, it's your fault. If you didn't like it, oh no, it's your fault. This is what happens when we put you guys in charge. Thank you for the questions. I think we answered most of them. I took out all the ones about sex.
Why?
That was just
you could have gave us at least one.
I feel like sex was brought up regardless of it being the topic. We don't even need sex to be the topic for it to be about sex.
But it can be the topic.
All right, fine. Next year, we're going to have a What About Sex episode led by Jeffrey. That's your pitch, because we've been waiting for a pitch for a while, friend.
Okay. I don't know if y'all want to know the questions that'll come to my DMs.
No. This is not about you asking questions. No.
Okay,
I do not want to hear about tops and bottoms and verses. And
I want to hear about
No, we do not want to. On a special homosexual episode of Humanized.
I want to know.
For Pride, maybe we could have an interesting conversation about mating and sex and dating, specifically about the queer community. I'd be totally
mating like we're animals.
I was trying
Y'all
to be.
are basically animals.
Okay, you know what? The thoughts of Lulu and Jeff are the thoughts of Lulu and Jeff. For those of you who enjoyed watching this episode, please recognize that we were talking about being introspective. We have an emotional intelligence course. Lulu and Jeffrey, you still invited to join us next month.
That starts in January, right?
Yeah. It starts and mind you, it's more impactful than you probably think. My friends don't ever take my classes, and when they finally do, they're always like, oh, this is a real thing. They think I'm all selling like fake courses. This is a real course, guys. So if you guys do join, I would love to see you, because I've never had anybody take the class that wasn't impacted, myself included. And so if you guys want to join us for the class, it's ots24.eventbrite.com. OTS stands for On Thy Shift. I have to stop myself from saying shit. On Thy Shift 24. So it's ots24.eventbrite.com. If you guys want to do a reading, you guys can go on my Blue-Centric shop page and do a reading. If you guys want to find Lutasha, you can find her at
Lou_Lou19.
If you want to find Jeffro and slide into his DMs to send him questions about the special What About Sex edition featuring Jeff, you can find him at
Jeffro5, Jefro5.
I was being serious. We're really doing a sex episode that we're going to have you lead.
Okay.
We have to.
We need to give you more discipline in
Do I
2024,
get like
friend.
one of those long pens and a whiteboard?
You tell us.
Yes.
This is your year of.
If that's what you need.
What's his year? Discipline and budget. What was it? Discipline and.
Discipline and abundance.
Discipline and abundance. So we're going to give Jeffrey work next year, and he's going to be leading one of these episodes. I apologize in advance for whatever happens. He's going to have strippers and all types of stuff. If y'all want to find me, you can find me at Blue-Centric. Please remember to be kind to yourselves. We're all human beings doing human shit. And please don't just check on the strong friend. If you check on them, make sure you have the bandwidth for them to answer you honestly, because you ain't got a lot to kick it with us. All right? Until next time, Happy New Year.
Gang, gang.
Happy New Year.
What?
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Also.
Christmas.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy holidays.
Right. Happy holidays, like Starbucks be saying. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy New Year. We survived. We did it, Joe. Okay, we survived.
it.
Shout out to anybody who is. We did it, Joe. Simply surviving 2023 is a feat. And if anybody's trying to get you to flex and do anything when you feel like you haven't done enough, the fact that you're still here is a win. All right. Until next time, we love you guys. Bye. Aww.